Hey guys, Juju22 here, and welcome to Blue Toad Wrestling. And this is essentially a bonus match show. So sadly, last time 2 days ago we couldn't do the bonus matches just because I was really that sick and I couldn't continue. I'd like to at least make up for it while I do have the chance, and while I did take the day off from work, which it sucked that I had to do it. But I feel better because of it, and I'm happy to say that uh, I am at the very least 85% better and at a much better place than I was even just 2 days ago. So I just want to say thank you for your patience, and without any further ado, let's see who we have in the chat. So let's see, we have who do we have here? All right. Oh, I always hate how finicky this thing is. I'm not gonna lie. All right. Also, let me know if you can hear me, or if I need to raise up my volumes a little bit. But let's see. We have Sean, we have Brandon, we have Tenu, Primetime, and who else do we have? Oh, and Griffin, who just came in. Awesome. You can hear me? Okay, cool. So I wasn't sure. But yeah, I was just getting all my setups ready. So with all that said, let's get right to the bonus matches. Now, some of the bonus matches will feature people. I'm doing pretty well there, Mr. Griffin. And if anything, I'm happy that I I I feel much better than I was even just 2 days ago, really. But of course, I still am not 100%, but I'm at least in a better spot than where I was even just 2 days ago. So I'm very happy with that. And let's see, we have so for some people I will feature, but in a King of the Ring match, like for example, our good friend Raleigh. And I'll feature him and his opponent, and then we'll just go through the list. And when I get to your name, then we'll go from there. Excuse me. Jeez, I have way too much gas, my friends. It's not even funny. But one person that Wally is gonna fight is our good friend Professor Kyle Akers. So we're gonna feature that match right now. Yeah, I'm doing pretty well, man. But let's see. If I know Kyle the way that I do, he'd rather go with a normal match, so we'll do that. And you know what? Since he is a fan of Splatoon, let's go to the Splatoon labeled Superstar Rumble event. Make him feel right at home. So this is a King of the Ring match. It's basically our annual tournament in which whoever wins becomes King of the Ring, but also gets the number one contendership. Is really what it's for. There you see Professor Kyle Akers. Hey, what's up, Joshua? So yeah, there you see Professor Kyle Akers with his green hair. And before I forget, all right, cool. I'll just let Mr. Kyle know. All right. Because Professor Kyle is cool like that. There we go. Sorry about that. Just trying to type it right. But I'm happy that you're in a great mood there, Mr. Joshua. Okay, let's get right to the match right now. Yep, Joshua has been a long time friend of mine. I mean, he had been around for the best part of uh, 8 years now. So he's been a loyal friend and true when it comes to like being a loyal viewer. So it was only a matter of time before he did become a moderator, which he's done a pretty good job of. And of course, Joshua, this is my good friend Griffin, who definitely gained my trust in a lot of ways. Yeah, yep, it's a cool story about a cool guy named Joshua James. Yep. Well, I suppose I am one of the 40% then. I do sound better. I like to hope that I do. Although, wait a minute. Kyle from behind. I guess he wasn't going to take any chances with Wally the Hulk Johnson. Although Wally not going to take that very lightly. Yeah, now suplexes him right on the floor, and part of that floor is concrete, like the gray area, not the Splatoon area where there's some padding. No, that part is concrete. That's for sure. And who knows? Maybe if there's time, I might be able to get a character review, my friend. And by you, I mean Griffin Gamer. Because you are cool like that. Although Wally, oh, slammed him right on the concrete. I guess he didn't really like getting attacked from behind. Oh, and a DDT right on the floor. Okay, cool. I'll do about like 2 more matches and then I'll do a little creation suite. No, of course Wally is still going to be on the list, but it's just his King of the Ring match. All right. Well, now both contenders are in the ring, so now the match could officially begin. Oh, what a shot! But then Wally, oh, manages to avoid it and then gets pinned after that one. No. Blue and green. Ooh, green is also a good color. In fact, green used to be my favorite, but then blue surpassed it. But yeah, there was a time where I really liked green more. Oh, and a slingshot or a hot shot on the top rope. Never underestimate the color red, though. And now, and now, Wally now taking down the turnbuckle pad. I guess he figures, fight fire with fire, huh? And wow, what agility on the part of a man that is the size of Wally. Oh! And unfortunately, that fighting fire with fire backfired. I'm surprised I even said it. And now Kyle going up to the top. Now just waiting for Wally to get up. And a clothesline. Yeah, big difference between this and 2 days ago. 2 days ago I could barely string a sentence. It just sounded like I was drunk. And I've never been drunk before. So that should tell you something. And that uh-oh. And now Kyle getting caught with the wall banger. That's what he calls that move. And yet Kyle was able to kick out, but I don't know if he'd be able to kick out of another, I should say. Although a spear would definitely do it. Oh, but he's not going for the cover. That might be a mistake. Or no, he's going for the walls of Wally. The walls of Wally. And Wally gets his revenge by basically he taught Professor Kyle Akers a lesson, and that is you don't sneak attack Wally, you don't sneak attack the Hulk unless you're willing to pay the consequences. And there were times I thought Wally had it lost, but no, he fought back. But Wally does win, and Wally will continue. Oh yeah, then there's always the color black, but who doesn't always pick black? Or actually no, there is a meme and it goes like this. Always bet on black. So anyway, Wally wins by submission, and for his efforts, he gets to face off against Alexander Richards in the second round. All right, next up is going to be our good friend Patty. Of course, with Wally, I couldn't contact him, but with Patty, let me see if I can get her. Or better yet, I'll just go through whoever is in the chat and just work my way there. Uh, let's see, Patty. Actually, I'll just let Patty know. Or actually, let me check to see if Patty actually has a Queen of the Ring match. If she does, then I'll just get to her match. If not, that's all right. But anyway, that was a good first start, though. Very good first start. Let's see, Patty, Patty, Patty. Patty, 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 Patty. Oh no! Oh wait, she does have a Queen of the Ring match. All right, well never mind. I'll just get right to that instead. Okay, well in that case, let me go to. Let's see, what's a good place to go to? Oh yeah, let's go to Royal Retribution. And if I know Patty, she would rather go with the straightforward match, so let's do that. So she takes on Kasumi. Of course, the Kasumi in question is if I can find her. Where is she? Oh. Anyway, and this is our friend Patty Chase. And here we go. All right, let's get to this next match then. All right, let me catch up on the chat. Oh yeah. Oh, and also there's Jesse Jackhammer. Two fellow Canadians. Although Brandon Cornwell does not look back fondly at that event, which I understand why. Oh, okay, cool. Not a problem there, Tenu. Thankfully, I do have I do have you on the list. And then, of course, we are live in Charlotte, North Carolina, the longtime home of the National Wrestling Alliance's Mid-Atlantic Wrestling territory, which was a long time bastion or a long time place for Jim Crockett promotion. But yeah, Mid Atlantic had the Carolinas, they had the Virginias, and well, I mean that's practically what they had. They had the Atlantic coast, the Mid Atlantic coast back in the day, and yet this is the site of our next fight. We would have the Battle of Ireland if Brandon and Patty had, yeah, if we had intergender matches, yeah. You might be back later if you're still alive. All right, cool. I'll hold off until you get back, if if I am still alive and when you do get back. But then of course you have Patty Chase, who is currently the Minister of Defense, but for the longest time she was the old Queen of Lanalay. Or who am I kidding? She is the old Queen of Lanalay. But she was the queen for so many years. All right. Well, unlike the last match where we didn't even get through all of the entrants, we finally do in this case. Anyway, of course, these two are no strangers to each other in that Patty married into the Dragon family through Dragonheart. So through marriage, they are related. But of course, they're not going to take it easy just because of that. And I don't blame you for remaining neutral. I mean, of course, you have one half of the Dragon Hearts. You have the old Queen of Lanalay, Patty Chase. Hey, what's up, Atticus Black? How you doing, man? I gotta say, I feel much better than I was even 2 days ago. And also, hey, Wally, what's up? By the way, Wally, you had a match earlier, but if you want a bonus match proper, just let me know, and I'll fix that for you. Ooh, clothesline. And another one. And then leg sweep. Now picks up Patty. Although Patty, ooh, got hot shotted. But anyway, how's everything going there, Atticus? I'm sorry about yesterday, man. Like, I was so sick, and I was still recovering yesterday, that it just didn't make sense for me to try to do the draft in that state, really. Hmm. I don't know. That's awesome. That's awesome, Atticus. That you're doing well, man. One, two. Ooh, kick out by Kasumi. And then there's Mitty watching her mother. And oh, went for the axe handle, but instead getting a punch to the stomach. Yeah. Well, like I said, that was your King of the Ring match, but I can give you another one since you didn't have a bonus match proper. So since you're here, I can give you that now. Oh, nice moonsault. And another one. One, two, and wow, that's a big upset there. Okay. Are you? Hmm. Okay, so apparently my video capture device isn't capturing the audio. Great. Well, not that you need it, but aside from that, congratulations to Kasumi, and that was a huge upset of Patty. Though for her efforts, she now gets to face off against Speranza Danzi in the next round. Just in time to see me lose. Aw. Wait, SW again. Wow, I'm surprised you went for. All right. Well, hey, if that's what you want, so it's gonna be you and is it Jamar or Captain Danger? Ugh, excuse me. And you know what? Yeah, we're in ECW. We can go with this. Captain Danger. Okay, we got CM Punk. Oh no, wait. Uh, let me check to see if I even have Brock Lesnar. Actually, as a matter of fact, I don't have him. I forgot that this was during the time that he was persona non grata, so I don't even have him, even if I wanted to put him in there. I just remembered. But yeah, I don't have him. Braun Breaker? Alright. And then Tenu's suggesting Cody Rhodes. Well, hey, Arkham, what's up, man? But yeah, Arkham, I was just so. It's good to see you, though, first and foremost. Okay. Well, now that we got that, I can finally cross off Wally's name off the list. But yeah, Patty, if you want your bonus match, let me know and I'll give you that. A proper bonus match. Well, anyway, there you see CM Punk. Fans chanting CM Punk's name. All right, so Wally's going to go for SWO to win. But anyway, how's everything going there, Mr. Arkham? And I got to say, you did a great job with last night's show, or yesterday's show, excuse me. And hello to Ricky. I swear, you change your Vanner edits a lot. But nonetheless, though, there you see Braun Breaker. But it's good to see you, though, Ricky. Okay, but it just seems like that, that you've always changed it. But okay, there's always that stigma sometimes, but I can roll with it. Anyway, there you see Braun Breaker. He's been a rising star for the best part of the last 3 years. Same here, but maybe not to this head spinning degree, but still, I get what you mean. Not that I criticize the move. Of course, he is the son of Rick Steiner, but of course wanted to break out with his own name, and fair enough, he did just that. In fact, I didn't know that he was related to, Rick Steiner until later on. But now we have Wally. So you have of course a double champ. Happy birthday. What, is it your birthday? He very well could. And it's kind of ironic that those two are fighting alongside each other. So I suppose it's mainly out of survival rather than out of the fact that they like each other. Wait, wrong chat. I mean, who knows? It could be somebody's birthday. You never know. And then, of course, you have Captain Danger. I mean, you know, Wally and Captain Danger are two of the more decorated champions in Blue Toad Wrestling. Each has won tag team championships, but they've also won individual championships. And in the case of Wally, he is the only two-time Superstar Rumble winner. And then there's Captain Danger, who is the Tournament of Survival winner. And so their accomplishments run deep here. But anyway, how's everything going there, Mr. Iron Smasher? All right, the match is about to start. Here we go. So yeah, this is kind of like asthma type deal, but I'm not trying to put you guys to sleep. Match underway. Here we go. Object is to put one of your opponents through a table. By whatever means necessary, of course. That would be something. That would be a huge feather in the cap. And wow, what a power slam. It takes a lot to do that to a man the size of Wally. And then Wally sends Braun over the top rope and out to the floor. Meanwhile, Captain Danger now makes his way over to the table, but is intercepted by CM Punk. Pixar would be proud. Well, what would they be proud of? I mean, I don't see Woody or Buzz Lightyear or anyone from Pixar though. Or is it Captain? Or is it the fact that Captain Danger kind of looks like Zurg? I mean, I guess he kind of does look like Emperor Zurg from a distance. He kind of does. Anyway, nice fisherman suplex to Wally. Then a clothesline to Wally. Uh-oh, Wally has him. And power slams him. Well, that's no cap as Wally almost got CM Punk, but he ended up hitting his face on the table, but not enough to break it, thankfully for him at least. Oh, but then Braun Breaker gets a hold of Wally. Oh, but ends up breaking the table with Wally instead. And CM Punk, or rather, Captain Danger too late to put CM Punk through the table. And instead, it's Wally who has to eat the table. So the champion and challenger are going to be a bit weary, but not too badly wounded for their title match later tonight. But CM Punk and Braun Breaker do get the win. But anyway, next up is Patty. If Patty, Patty, let me know if you're still in the chat. If not, I'll move on to the next person. Just need Ava. Who's Ava? Okay, okay, Iron. Like, what are you talking about? Who's Ava? And why did you say Pixar would be proud? What is going on? Wally and A. That. Okay. See, I wasn't sure where you were going with that, but okay. But yeah, Wally. Yeah, I did not. I didn't see the. I didn't make the connection, so I guess that's probably on me. Okay, so Patty's up next. Um, I'll give it another minute or so, or 30 seconds, I should say. So yeah, Patty, if you're in the chat, let me know. Oh, okay. So we have Damian Shelley, we have Leo, Jose, and then Spike Ryan. Well, hopefully we'll get it to work, but until then, we'll just go to Damian Shelley's match. Let me see if he has a King of the Ring match or if he's in the first round already, or second round. Gosh. Oh yes, that's right. And oh, I always hate it when my encoder goes overloaded. I don't know why it does that. Okay, cool. All right, so Mr. Damian Shelley does have a match, and it's against Ty Wyatt. And, well, and besides, we were going to have to do these matches anyway, and you know what? Let's go to the King of the Ring. Why not? And since they don't really dislike each other all that often, I don't think they'll want to go full ham on each other, so we'll go with that. So we have Ty, and then we have the leader of the Outcasts in Damian Shelley. Okay. So So of course these two ended up, well, it was really the luck of the draw that got to these two. And yet, so you could look at it from a good news, bad news type of deal, depending on who you are. For the Outcast, the good news is that one of them will make it to the second round. The bad news is that one of them will not. And it's either going to be Ty or I can't even talk. It's either going to be Ty or it's going to be Damian Shelley. I don't suspect either man are going to take it easy on each other. So I don't suspect them to do so. So there you see Ty Wyatt, a former two-time Blue Toad Wrestling Tag Team Champion. We'll see how he does by himself, though. And then, of course, there you have the Blue Cat, Damian Shelley. Well, one thing I will say about Damian Shelley is that he certainly does not lack in confidence. But who do you guys think is going to win this one? All right. All right, match underway. Here we go. And of course, and I just noticed that Ty is actually smaller than him in terms of, size. So Damien will have a rare power advantage, which usually he never has, but in this case he will. Oh, and a kick right to the head. Oh, went for the senton, but of course Damien just Damien knows. Basically, Damien taught him everything he knows, but he didn't teach him everything he knows. Oh, yes, Ice TJ. Oh, hold on before I put the. And I hate it when it does that. Sorry about the. I always hate. I really hate my OBS because I really wish it was a lot more consistent than it is, because it would make it more steady. But unfortunately, it's not always like that. One, two, no. Happy New Year to you, Mr. Blaze Radio. Oh, now going for the mandible claw, and on his master too. But of course, his master would know how to get out of that. Oh, and a couple of elbows right to the side of the head. And then I always forget the name of this move. But essentially, it turns into an octopus trap. And a rock bottom. And now, wait, what's going on here? What? Bobby Roode? What's Bobby Roode doing here? And, whoa, how did he get there so quickly? Bobby Roode? I'm not sure if changing the bit rate helps. I always wanted to know how that worked. Changing the bit rate. Yeah, because I set it at 26,000 kilobits per second, I think it's called. I don't know how much more higher I could put it up before it becomes ridiculous to a point of I don't even know if it would work anymore. I mean, I'm trying. I really am. And why is Bobby Roode still in the match? Oh, okay. Well, I'll have to put your name down there, Joshua, since I didn't put it down last time. Or the last time that you did have a bonus match, you did get one, so I'll have to put your name down again. But there you go. I got your name down. And seriously, what is and why hasn't the referee gotten rid of Bobby Roode? Well, finally the referee decides to eject him, which he should have done a long time ago, and a tailed beast bomb. That's what he calls that move. Does Mr. Damian Shelley. But is that enough to do it? One, two, three. So Shelley does win. And for his efforts, he gets to face off against none other than yours truly, TJ Toad. Yep. So Damien, all those times you've been, crying and crying, well, this time you get to face me. Well, let's see how you do when you go one-on-one with me. But until then, Damian Shelley does move on to the second round. Okay. So next up on the list would be Leo. So we got Leo, Jose, Ryan, Blaze McCoy, Joker, AJ, Alicia, then Tenu. So let me see. Does Leo have? Since I haven't seen Leo in the chat, let's see if he has a. Yeah, he does have a first round match. Okay, and it's against Najee. And you know what? Let's go to WrestleMania. Why not? And since Leo and Najee don't really hate each other, we'll just go with a normal match. That's the default option unless there is built up heat or something. Or if it's a match type that whoever has the higher seed would probably it would be most favorable to. Okay, here we go. So this is Leo's King of the Ring match against Najee. So here we go. Yeah. By all means, Joshua, you could fight him if you want to, or someone else could. So anyway, next up is Najee and Leo. Next up would be Jose, but we'll see if Jose enters the chat. So now we are live in Los Angeles, California. Why do you say that there, Joshua? But there you see him, Najee. And this man is a former world champion with the majority of his brethren in the Diamond World Order. In fact, he is one of the co-founders of that group, along with Diamond Light. and is himself a decorated champion in his own right. Oh, I think I. Oh, yeah, that's right. You were probably. Oh, you were talking about Bobby Roode. Yeah, I understand. And then, of course, you have Leo Angel, who is a much different cat than what he was than when we last saw him. But anyway, we'll go until either time doesn't permit or until somehow I must stop for health reasons. But so far so good. But this is our first real look at Leo since his return. This time we get to go Hollywood this time. Oh, nice counter by Najee. And oh, nice crossbody onto Najee. And then a stomp right to the face of Najee. Then a running knee. And now going for the crossface immediately, but too close to the ropes. All right, there we go. Just making sure that the thing still runs smoothly, which thankfully it is. And now, oh, nice tilt-a-whirl arm breaker, I think. And then a pin. One, two, no. Certainly going to take a lot more than that to beat Najee, and it shows. Najee's still with enough wherewithal to get out of the way. Wow, nice athleticism, and then a punch right to the face. Wait, Blaze McCoy and Clinton McCleary. Wait, one, two. Ooh, I'm looking for it. Then it goes. Then again, it just goes to show how big this thing is. Where is it? Oh, okay. Oh, you were just okay. You were just saying. All right, not a problem. And wow, a submission on the part of Najee. I was so busy looking up the matchup if it was in the King of the Ring that I did not see that Najee got the win with a bear hug. And that was relatively quick. So for Najee, he wins via submission, and for his efforts, he gets to face off in the second round none other than Tenu Miyalagan. That's right, Tenu now has to fight Najee in the second round when that comes up. So yeah, Tenu, this is who you have to fight when that time comes. Okay, next up is Jose. I'm going to see if he has a King of the Ring match. If he does, great. If not, I'll just move forward. But in this case, he does. So I'll get right to it then. And you know what? Let's go to. Let's see. I wonder if there was a WrestleMania that took place nearby his home. Let's see. Hmm. Yeah, the last one that took place nearby his home was at WrestleMania 20. So let's go to WrestleMania 20. And of course, since he doesn't have enough confidence in himself to fight Marcus Walker and needs all the help he can get, we'll make this an Extreme Rules match. So we have the leader of the house taking on Marcus Walker. I'm not sure if Captain Danger's watching, but if he is, I imagine he would want his monster to win. You know, being that he's the Frankenstein and this is just the monster. People always mistake the monster as Frankenstein when really it's the scientist, the guy that created the monster, that is Frankenstein. Victor Frankenstein. Can any of my calls have a match? Absolutely. Who would you like to have a match? I'll put you and your cause on. I can't even talk. I'll put you and your cause on the list. You just have to tell me who, and I will put them on. And and we'll go from there. And who knows? Maybe some of them might already have matches against any of the people that are in the King and Queen of the Ring. But yeah, just let me know which of your calls you want to have a match, and I'll put your name on there. Well, your cause's names, that is. Uh, have you added any of my new ones? No, I haven't. But the ones I did add was Chun Li and Mai. I added those two. Oh, and Amy. Uh I reinstated Amy though. Yo, what's up, Odds? How you doing, man? And there's Jose as he rises from the stage. Well, I'm certainly in much better spirits than I was even 2 days ago. I was so sick. I was like about as sick as a puppy, really. But I'm feeling better because I took the day off, which it sucked. I had to take the day off, but it was necessary because I just did not want to have to have recurring sickness and then just have to suffer the whole week through. Even if I do go to work, it's not fun. I just rather set it and forget it. You know, but aside from that, I'm doing better. I'm doing much well. But yeah, have you decided which of your calls you want to feature there, Mr. Arkham? And also hello to Alicia. How's everything going there, Alicia? So we have Jose Blanco against Marcus Walker. Well, I'm feeling better than I was 2 days ago, which I'm surprised I was even able to do a show 2 days ago, but yet I was just running on fumes. But I'm feeling much better now, of course. And there he is. Captain Danger's own Frankenstein's monster. Okay, well, let me see. Oh, I already have you on the list there, Alicia. I already got you on the list. So yeah, I got you on the list already, thankfully. And then it's like, but unlike Frankenstein's monster who was out of control, the scary thing about this guy is that he is in control. And there he is. If Jose is going to beat this guy, he's going to have to think of a way to topple the giant. Yeah. Oh, and the Godfather too, because he also took elements of the Godfather as the pimp. But yeah, you're right though. He did take combinations of Undertaker, FNAF, and Bray Wyatt though. FNAF is kind of like what would happen if Chuck E. Cheese turned into an evil thing. Although, I think our good friend Nighttime Luigi once said, if they want to do Chuck E. Cheese classic and they want to do it right, bring back the token system. You know, like do it old school style. Like especially for the longtime fans that have been there when it was the system. If you know, you know. Anyway, back to the match. Well, right now Jose taking an early advantage though, but that was short-lived though. Although Jose was able to turn it around and throw him out. The fitness. I don't have the fitness warriors though. Arkham. I do have black magic. I do have uh the the Asian Alliance. I do have them. I do have. Well, I was gonna say the uh what is it? The Arkham Knights or the former Arkham Knights like Edward Elvis, Louis Levanguer, and of course you. Okay, I will put that. I'll put I'll put Chun Li if I can get this stupid pen to work. I hate this stupid pen. And my there. And hello to Troy. Welcome to the show, Troy. And And, well, a missed leg drop there by Jose. And a series of elbows. Oh, yeah, those elbows will definitely crack a skull, that's for sure. But then again, you can never underestimate how hard-headed Jose Blanco really is. Figuratively and legitimately hard-headed. And of course, you have those knee pads. And then slammed on the apron is Jose. Oh, but then Jose catches him with a knee. And that's what you have to do. You have to outsmart this big brute. But all right, so I got Chun-Li and Mai on the list, so I'm happy with that. But then Jose, well, look at the strength, and delivers a brainbuster on the floor. Now throws him in. Now he's got that sledgehammer. I guess he really wants to do him in. And is that enough to do it? 1, 2, no. And Jose has to wonder, what more do I need to do to put him away? Oh, he also has elements of Batman as he delivers a face driver, and part of his face hit the head of that sledgehammer, but not enough for him to stay down for too long. And then a body splash, and then what's he gonna do with him? Oh, slammed. Oh, now he's got that sledgehammer himself. And now he hits Jose in the stomach with it, not once, but twice, 3 times. Oh, and then a headbutt. And now he's choking him out. And then, oh, this is not good. The tombstone pile driver, and that might just do it. Then he just hooks the leg. 1, 2, and how did Jose kick out of that? And now it's Marcus wondering, what do I have to do to put away Jose? Anyway, a shoulder tackle. 1, 2, and that might have just been Jose's last gasp, as Marcus was able to put him away for good. And for his efforts, Marcus Walker will now get to face off against primetime Shawn Sanders in the second round. Okay. Hey, what's up, Black Ice? How you doing, man? Or Brian LG. Great to see Brian LG in the chat. And, well, next up is Spike Ryan himself. And actually, as a matter of fact, Spike Ryan is in the second round, having already a first round bye. So you do get a bonus match, my friend. So Spike Ryan, if you're in the chat, let me know what your bonus match is. Spike Ryan? Ryan? Oh. Oh, the tag team champions? Well, that would actually be Wally and Jamar as your tag team champions from NXT. If you want to fight them, you can. And for the titles, since I haven't had them defend the titles in a while. Or for some time, actually. You and Seth Rollins. So, you want to fight the champions? Okay. And then also, what kind of match is this? What kind of match is this? Hey, Griffin, what's up, man? By the way, after this, well, anyway, well, first and foremost, welcome back to you there, Mr. Griffin. Okay, so now, what kind of match is this going to be there, Mr. Spike Ryan, aka Brandon Cornwell in the chat? I also have more under custom, but well, what match type is this going to be? Spike Ryan? Oh, I'm doing pretty. Oh, hope the stream is going well. Yeah, it's going well. All right, it's Extreme Rules. Thank you. And you know what? Let's go to the arena named after that match type. Okay, so we got Seth Rollins. Well, if Brian LG wants to join, he can, but that's up to Brian if he wants to be part of the show, which I have no issue with. And plus, I have seen his work on other shows, so it's not like I'm bringing in somebody fresh or someone new. So yeah, I can bring him in, but that's up to him, really. It's up to him. Anyway, here's Spike Ryan. Okay, then we have Jamar and Wally. So Wally's competing in a third match. He probably didn't think he'd be in, but he is. Okay, let me make sure I got this. I'll have John Cone be the referee for this one. And it will be for the NXT Tag Team Championships. Okay, I'm going to start the match, but I'll be right back. I'm going to go take care of something. I have a little something to take care of off camera, but I will be right back, and I will continue commentary. Nothing serious, but I just want to at least let you know there will be a slight pause. Anyway, match starting. Okay, we're back. No. I had to step away. Anyway, sorry about that. And also, my video capture is not capturing any sound, so even if I wanted to play that, I couldn't. But anyway, we're back. Sorry, I had to take care of business, amongst other things. But anyway, first pin or submission over anybody of the opposite team will win the match. So, sorry about that. Yes, you do have a bonus match, though, Joker. I have you on the list, which I'm happy to say you do. Okay. No, I had to take care of some business in more ways than one. Anyway, a curb stop right to Wally, and is this enough to put him away? 1, 2, no. Ooh, that was close. Of course, we're going to have to do a little bit more to Wally, but Seth Rollins is on the right track, though. Yes, Leo's on the list. Now, he did have a King of the Ring match, but yeah, if you can bring him in, then I can give him his bonus match immediately. Although right now, Wally, nice hip toss. And meanwhile, Jamar and Spike Ryan fighting each other. And a spear right to Seth Rollins. And hello to Riley. All right, there's Leo. Wait, 1, 2. No. Well, Leo, since you're here, I can then give you your bonus match like I promised. So stay tuned and let me know what that is. But for the moment, Wally now gets Seth Rollins up and delivers the wall banger. That's what he calls that move. 1, 2, no. Kick out by Seth Rollins. I don't know how he kicked out of that. And, well, a miss body or a miss moonsault there by Wally. You don't see Wally do that, but now you know why. And also hello to Riley as well. So yeah, Riley, how's everything going in Riley land? Now, of course, now the fight has gone outside. And, well, you can't win or lose the match outside. The match can't end when everybody's outside, but you could certainly do a lot of damage outside. Oh, and Jamar accidentally took out Wally. I mean, Jamar was going for Seth Rollins, but he nailed Wally by accident. I don't know. I don't know. Is he? That would be something for Chris Jericho to return there. But if that is a spoiler, then no spoilers, please. Well, now we have a ladder bridge. All right. Well, now it's Spike Ryan and Wally fighting each other. And now he goes for the pin on Wally. 1, 2. No. If that's what he said, then, well, that's kind of a dead giveaway, if I'm being honest with you. Ooh, nice slide underneath the the ladder there. Oh, now going for the submission onto Wally, and Jamar ended up having to. Oh, and then a twist of fate onto. Oh no! Wait! 1, 2. Oh my god! No way! So the referee was looking at Jamar, and he didn't see Seth Rollins, and instead counted the pin for Jamar and Wally, and they are still the tag team champions. Well, sort of a bad break there by Spike Ryan, because there were times I thought they had it won, but unfortunately the referee made the call, and the call is final. But give credit to Jamar for going for the cover quicker. And that was a 4.5-star match. Oh, well, unfortunately, as far as Rogue is concerned, I mean, or Rouge, I should say, Rouge, I gave her walking papers, mainly just out of the fact that legitimately one of the people has PTSD every time he sees Rouge, that is. So because of that, I had to let her go. So even if I wanted to give you that matchup, which by all rights you do deserve it, for the legitimate reason of that person having PTSD every time he sees Rouge, it's just not worth it. It's not worth it. Okay, so Leo, since you're here, I may as well give you your bonus match. And then, if time permits, Griffin, would you like to have your created character made? All right. So now the time. So now now the clock is on Leo's lap right now. So Leo, are you ready? Oh, okay. Here we go. So it's you. Oh, in the chamber, you, JW, Spike, Damian Richards, Joker, and Azrael. Okay. Uh. No, that's not what the match type is. So here's what he means. Here's what he means. It's called an elimination chamber match. Yes, excuse me. That was on me. I'm very terrible. I usually don't burp all that often, but considering how much gas I've had, it's been terrible. Anyway, there's Damian Richards, and then there's oh yeah, that's right. Spike was chosen. Okay, we'll put Spike in there. After I just lost? Hmm. Let's see. I guess the next best question is who would take over Spike Ryan's spot if he can't go. I'll put in the other guys though. Brooklyn Joker hasn't had a match yet, but this is basically Leo Angel's match rather. But otherwise his first match on the show. Uh, who else am I forgetting? Oh yeah, that's right. JW, and then finally Azrael Black. So Leo, if somebody else could take over Spike Ryan's spot, who would you pick, or better yet, who in the chat would volunteer to get in on this? Oh, that's so good, man. I'm just having the I'm just having the holy water. Oh, you're fine with it? All right, cool, cool. As long as you're good with it, that's fine. Putting Griffin. Well, I don't have his character yet, but I'm gonna get it after this match. So after this, we will bring in Griffin, or at the very least make his character, and well, even if his character is not completely finished, we'll do what we can to get him. Okay, so we got Leo finally. So this is an elimination chamber match. This is something that, oh, I forgot to, oh man, I forgot to put something at stake. Well, shoot. Because several of the competitors in this match are champions. I mean, Azrael Black is the Mushroom Kingdom champion. And then Brother Joker, he's the WWE Heavyweight Champion, World Heavyweight Champion. And then I believe JW is the hardcore champion, among other things. Yes, that actually is a championship, but it's based off of weapons and nothing else. Oh, sure. All right, so what I will do is I'll showcase the entrances of the people that we haven't seen yet, including this man. Oh yeah, and he's also the WWE champion. Of course, Tenu. Not that I want to take away too much from you. Also, hello, Carlos. All right. Now let's see who's next. Yep, welcome to the show, Carlos. And then, of course, there you see Damian Richards. Of course, he was there on hand to be the first opponent of MJ when MJ entered that Rumble match that we had, 2 shows ago. But of course, it was nothing personal. But nonetheless, though, it was him who eliminated MJ from that match. Well, now you get to see the Dragon Prince in full form. Oh, sure, sure. Well, I'm hopeful that it will not take too long when it comes to the creation of Griffin. But I also don't want to take too much of your guys' time either. You know. Oh, you need to. Okay, then in that case, I will save your bonus match. No issue with that, Miss Alicia. I have no issue with that. And then, of course, we have Spike Ryan, who we saw in the previous match. Thankfully, thankfully for him, he starts out in a pod. Thanks, bro. Aww. All right, we'll skip this one since we've already seen it. Oh, and now I give you the Mushroom Kingdom champion himself. I suppose the only logical thing I could do is make a bounty out of it, and that whoever can pin the Mushroom Kingdom champion will get the opportunity at the championship. I mean, of course, Louis Levanquer has the first opportunity, but that's just because, Louis is the former champion. So I suppose that this is what the championship or the stakes will be for this match, is whoever, if anybody, can pin this man. I mean, of course, Azrael has been on a bit of a roll. First, getting the opportunity to go for the championship and winning the title. So I give you the Crimson Ninja himself, Azrael Black. So we have our four guys starting in the pods. I give you next Leo Angel, who we already saw in the previous couple of matches ago. So it's going to start between him and his brother, Joker. So yes, the two brothers are going to have to start the match. And do not be fooled. I mean, the man has he may look like a circus barker, but once he takes off the top hat, takes off the suit and everything, you'll know how dangerous this man is. So we start with the two brothers. And well, now that's a move you don't see too often from Leo, and that is him using a drop kick. But of course, he's taking on his older brother. I mean, of course, I can't call Leo his little brother, but his younger brother. Much in the same way that you couldn't do that with, Kane with the Undertaker, or vice versa. I mean, back elbow, and then a body splash right to Leo. So we start with two, and then every couple of seconds, another competitor enters the match from one of the four chambers. And you could be eliminated at any time right here. 1, 2, no. Hey, Sonic McCracken, hey, how's it going, man? I hope you enjoyed the matchup that you had with MJ. I'm just sorry that I couldn't commentate it as well as I could have, given how sick I was. But I hope you enjoyed it for what it was. Well, now you have Spike Ryan, who just came in, but yet he's in there with two big lads, two big monsters, and they're power bomb right to Leo. And then, tombstone pile driver right to uh, Spike Ryan, but inadvertently saved by Leo. So how has that game been, man? I heard that you got through all of the cups and everything. All right, now who's up next? And it's JW Caliber. It's been fun. Awesome. And then Spike Ryan getting tossed around. And then no laughing matter on to Spike Ryan. And is this it for him? 1, 2. No, kick out by Spike Ryan. Oh, and a body splash right to Spike Ryan. But who's going to be up next? It is the Mushroom Kingdom champion himself, Azrael Black. 1, 2. Well, it's not going to be Spike Ryan, but give Spike Ryan credit for being in there for 2 matches. But at least with this, he'll get himself a break. But I give him credit for stepping up in there, so I give him a bonus for that. In kayfabe, that is. 1, no. So 5 are left, 1 still yet to enter. Wait, 1, 2, no. Kick out by JW. Well, wow, that's incredible. All right, well, there's Damian Richards. All right, now everyone has entered, but 5 are left. And now Damian Richards going right after Joker. Down goes Joker. And now, wait, a 1, 2? Oh, that was JW getting pinned, but he kicked out. Without me even noticing. Like, you didn't have his notifications on, or you just missed it, or I mean that can happen. Sometimes he'll stream and sometimes I didn't even notice. So you're not alone. Oh, whoa, what a cutter though onto JW. Oh, much better. 1, 2, no. Oh yeah, but to be fair, I like that happens when I'm at work, like I can't join when I'm at work. So no, I totally get it. I totally get it. Usually that's the case when I'm at work. Anyway, a pin onto Leo. And then, of course, Damian Richards saving the match for mainly just so he can get a shot at Azrael's championship, and he may have paid for it after getting hit with that tombstone pile driver and a pin. 1, 2, no. Meanwhile, a pin outside the ring. 1, 2. All right, JW's eliminated. Now we're down to 4. Hey, what's up, Sly Cooper? And now Leo gets thrown back inside the ring. And Damian Richards gets hit with the no laughing matter. 1, 2. No. Well, sometimes it happens like that, but you'll get it next time. You'll get it next time. You just have to believe that one day if everything will fall into place. Okay, so Sly was watching Kelly's show. Understandable. I imagine not everyone was going to be here. I mean, I imagine some people were going to watch Kelly's show, and that's understandable. Just as it would be the case for other people if they were streaming like Griffin or uh, or Switch Gaming or whoever else was. Wait a minute, Joker, what are you doing? Well, whatever Joker was doing, he apparently had second thoughts and thought better of it. Oh, and a spinning kick onto Joker. Wait, who's the referee looking at? 1, 2. Well, whoever the referee was looking at, both men kicked out. Oh, nice switch kick. 1, 2. All right, well, Joker's eliminated thanks to the Dragon Prince. Now we're down to 3. Then a jump kick. Nice jump kick there by Azrael Black. Oh, yeah, baby. And as that happens, Leo gets thrown outside the ring. Then a running knee. And then a pin onto Azrael Black. 1, 2, no. Then a neck breaker. Then goes for a pin off of that. 1, 2, no. Ooh, DDT onto Leo. Running knee smash, but then a DDT onto Damien. And then, wait, what's he doing? Oh, and he power slams him over the top rope and on the floor outside. Ooh, nice drop kick there by Leo Angel. I mean, again, say what you want, but the man can fly. All right. Scoops and slams him. And now goes for the... Well, you might have taken a little too long. And now Azrael goes over to pin him. I mean, the laws of gravity are not too favorable to a large man. And then a code breaker a la Chris Jericho. 1, 2. Well, out goes Leo. Leo is out. So it all comes down to the respective leaders of the two factions. You have Azrael Black, the leader of Anarchy and Chaos. Let me slow down. Anarchy and Chaos Enterprises. And then you have the leader of Desolation in Damian Richards. So it's apropos that it comes down to essentially the two godfathers of those two groups. I just have to come up with a team name for the team of Professor Kyle Akers and the Gamer Squad. Because I have Rob Gamer and I have Star Gamer, but if I get Griffin Gamer, then I'd have the whole Gamer Squad. However, it looks like the Mushroom Kingdom champion is going to look to continue his reign, and he will. So that means nobody gets a shot at his title except Louis Levanquer. So the winner is the Godfather of Chaos and Anarchy Enterprises, Azrael Black. I imagine if Spike Ryan had to say anything, he'd say, "Well, if I can't get it, nobody can." Well, that's probably the next best thing that could have happened, but then again, it is professional. It's nothing personal. But it's 4.5 stars, man. A 4.5 star match. Okay, so now it's time to do a little bit of creation with our good friend Griffin Gamer. So let's get to it. So normally, like when it comes to creating a wrestler, usually it takes time. It takes time and it takes effort and everything. But because I know that Griffin is a Bowser main, it's much easier to base it off of an existing character than it is to create something completely from scratch. So there we go. Oh, the matches have been going well there, Carlos. There's no doubt about that. So anyway, Mr. Griffin, are you ready to be made? Or as the old saying goes, considering that our good friend MJ is concerned, when it comes to camera ready, Griffin, are you ready for your close up? Let's see what Griffin says. In the meantime, I'll set it up. I don't want to. And it's kind of funny because I already have a Bowsette, but of course that's just Bowsette. That's anybody could make Bowsette. Well, anyone who's creative enough can make Bowsette. And somebody made Papyrus. That's interesting. But when you see what they make, it's like it's insane how look at this. Someone actually made Papyrus. And yet for some reason and some reason though, Papyrus, like his face looks like the logo for Stone Cold Steve Austin. Just look at that. If Stone Cold was more a sinister man rather than just Stone Cold. But anyway, so calling Mr. Griffin, or actually, let me try this again. So calling Mr. Griffin, ring, 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 ring. I always wanted to do that. I need to drink some water. So it's easier to just base it off of a characteristic that Griffin is the Bowser main. So let's just find a really good Bowser to make him look good. Oh god. Someone actually made Bowser Jr. from oh my god, look at this. And then someone else did King Koopa from the 1993 movie. That's insane, man. Look at this. And then another person did Bowser's brother. If you could believe that. Oh my Look at that. But on the other hand, I really don't think Griffin is that blue. I really don't think he's blue. If I wait, wait, which one? Which one? There I am. Wait, which one? I'll shut up. I'll shut up. So is it this guy right here, or is it this guy right here, or maybe this guy, or did you mean King Koopa? Or did you mean Bowser's brother? So many Bowsers. Yeah. But you know what? There's still more. So I'll share with you more. But if you do see one that you really like, I'll pick it and then we'll do some editing if we need to. Like if we need to change any of the colors, like if I need to change the color of his hair, or as well as change the fact that he's from Canada, which I will do. The 8-bit one looks nice, absolutely. And then there's Bowser Jr. And then there's I'm not sure who that guy is. I'm not gonna say it. Okay, that's not bad, but let's see what else. And then there's Fat Bowser. I like the Bowser Superstar. Wait, Bowser Superstar. Oh, and by the way, this is where I got Riley's character because he's based on Spike, though. The Bowser Superstar. Bowser Superstar. Wait, let me go back. Bowser Superstar. Let me see where. This will take a moment, though. Bowser Superstar. You mean this guy right here, or do you mean? But they all say Superstar. Like Superstar's on the bottom, and then the name is on the top. But it always says Superstar at the bottom for clarity. Oh, the one on the top right. This one right here. This one right here. That one? All right. Let's see. Let me get a good look at him. What the? Oh my god! Look at him. So okay, so one of his outfits when he makes his way to the ring, he's wearing his wedding outfit. I mean, hey, that's not. I could totally see Griffin busting out an outfit like that. Because because whenever we're moderating for Star Gamer or Rob Gamer, we always wear our suits, our tuxedos, unless we're in Nighttime Luigi's uh, server. Then we're wearing our knight's outfit. Yes, you do. Yes, you do, AJ. Yes, you do. All right, let's get him then. So this is Griffin Gamer. And thankfully, because this guy already has the move set, I don't need to add anything else other than just to change like the fact that he's from Canada and everything like that. So we'll do the rest of it after our next match. Just so that we can keep the pacing of our show going and everything like that. So let's see. The next person that would have been next is Blaze McCoy. But we have our Griffin. So let me see. Where's Blaze? Blaze. Oh wait, Blaze already has a first round bye, but however, Blaze he was in the chat, but I don't want to have to reach out to him just to get him to do a bonus match. But well, I'll reach out to him. I'll reach out to him really quickly. Okay, got it. And then Griffin says hello to AJ. Oh, Diamond. Oh, All right, let me put Diamond Sky because I already have AJ. I just need to put Diamond Sky in there. All right. That is if I can get this stupid pen to work. There we go. Diamond Sky and Violet. Violet. Got Violet and Sky. Okay. Wait, you're not in the King of the Ring? Wait, please tell me I did not overlook Carlos. Oh no, wait, you are in the. Oh no, wait. You are in the King of the Ring. You're number 25. No, you're in the King of the Ring tournament, thankfully. All right, so I'm gonna give Blaze a few minutes. In fact, I'll give him a minute starting now. And if he doesn't answer, then I will go to the next person. That being Joker. That is, if he isn't already. Where's Joker? Joker. Yeah, Joker has a first round matchup. All right, cool. But yeah. Just a bummer I lost, but I'd rather lose to Mike than to any of the stupid house. Wow. AJ does not like the house, which is another faction. Well, AJ, you'll be happy to know that the head of the house didn't do so well against Marcus Walker. Though he tried, I give him credit for that. Well, never say never, Carlos. Never say never. Okay. Well, in that case, since Blaze is not here, and then Joker does have a first round matchup, I'll get to his match now. Just so we can move things along. And then after that, unless any of the people that were here before all of a sudden come back, AJ will be up next. So here we go. So this is Brooklyn Joker's match. And this time we go to the danger zone. And since Joker and Leon Young don't really dislike each other all that much, it's going to be a normal match. So it's going to be Joker and the son of the great Kyle Young. This is Leon. Okay, there we go. Yeah, you never know until you try. So yeah, unless any of the people, like I said, all of a sudden show up, AJ, you'll be up next. And then after AJ's match, we'll go back to creating the character of Griffin Gamer. Yeah, that was in the 2023 installment of the King of the Ring, which was incredible because you made it. And then your protege, Riker, made it, and now he's a star. Like, Riker's a star now. Yeah, they did make the playoffs, which I was surprised because I was thinking, yeah, Aaron Rodgers is going to choke this one. But not only does he not do that, it's the Ravens that choked. And I'm thinking, I guess it just wasn't meant to be for Lamar and the Ravens, man. It was a tough break, though. Yeah, I was surprised the Panthers made it, too, because I would have thought that it would take just a little bit longer. But for them to make it, like, not long after they had drafted uh, the guy that they traded in for to get the number one pick, yeah, I give them credit for sticking with it, and it helped that they were in a division that was winnable. So not to say that the division's weak or anything, but it was a division that could be won, and it was won. And that's how the Steelers made it because they won the division. They didn't win the wild card or anything like that. Anyway, there you see Leon Young, who, as mentioned before, is the second city son of the great Kyle Young. And now, why is AJ getting attacked by Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed now? Come on. Come on, guys. Let's get somebody to stop this now. Come on. And as that happens, there's Leon. Of course, there's nothing Leon can do. He's getting ready for that match right now. Yeah, the Chiefs. Hey, I got to give a credit to the Chiefs. They had a great run for as long as they had. Oh, and of course, Spike, Seth, and Roman still have their beef with Braun and Bronson. And then Paul Heyman runs away like the little coward that he is once he saw that the numbers were out overtaking him. And now everybody's helping AJ. Well, that's wonderful. Well, as that happens, let's get back to the match. Well, you didn't really miss much other than the fact that uh, we did have a elimination chamber match, and it got down to Damian Richards and your brother Azrael, and Azrael won it out. But aside from anybody that's within your family, that's all you really missed. Let's see. Well, you have Andromeda, and you have Sarah and Rose and Lissa. And then, of course, Kelly has her own match. Oh, Carlos, how could I not remember it? I remember watching it when it came out live on pay per view. I remember watching it, and it was a lot of fun. And and really, that was one of the top three pay per views of that year. Behind only the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania. Hey, Dakota, what's up? All right. While this is happening, oh yeah, and of course he's also known as the Second City Hunter. Is Leon? But how's everything going in SMG land there, Dakota? And you know what? You know, I had a chance to watch your video again, and I noticed that your video took off like gangbusters. It took off like gangbusters because like your video in only 5 days has 83,000 views. 83,000 views in 5 days. That's like how do you get there? Oh, out of character? Yeah, I think it's just because out in character, Jose's realizing what a mess he made. But no, I get you. That's wonderful. In out of character, and as that happens, a bear hug, but too close to the ropes for Leon Young. I mean, of course, Joker has fought his old man, and by his old man, I mean Leon's old man, enough to know that if Leon is even half the man that Kyle is, it's not going to be easy. That title's mine now, buddy boy. I'm surprised I even said it. Anyway, a clothesline onto Joker, and then a Shining Wizard. Hey, what's up, Triple B? And and Leon Young manages to beat Joker. So congratulations to Leon Young. Well, for Joker, it has not been a nice day at the office for him. And for Leon, well, he did get bloodied up a little bit, but he's going to be all right. All right. That was a 3-star match. And now it's and now we would go to AJ, but right now AJ is still getting hurt. And to the people that attacked AJ, do you realize what you have just done? Do you know what you just done? Uh-oh. Yeah, I figured you wanted. All right, so what kind of match you want, AJ? I'll give you Logan Paul. You don't even have to ask for him. You got him. And first, let me find a good arena for this one. Hold on. Let's go to let's go to cyberspace. Why not? And what kind of match is this going to be? I think AJ's really mad now. Okay, you got it. 2 out of 3 falls. Okay, so Logan Paul. And then I'll give you your second outfit. So it's 2 out of 3. And you know what? I'll make it falls count anywhere. Why not? Well, sure. That is if that person still is going. All right, let me get a stop sign. And then let me get a shovel. And instead of a trash can, we'll get a... No, wait, not a guitar. A barbed wire baseball bat. Can you put Jake Paul instead? No, unfortunately, they didn't put Jake Paul in the in this game. I wish they did. Then you could have him, but no, they didn't put Jake Paul because Jake is too big of a snake to that he didn't want to put in there. I'm sure my husband is gonna kill him, or AJ if he doesn't. Anyway, what's up, Dakota? Oh, that's right. I remember. Yes, I did have Jake Paul one time, but that was before they started including the Paul brothers in any sort of capacity. I do remember now. Okay, so let's get to this. Nighttime Luigi? Yeah, I like Nighttime Luigi. He's cool. I like him. Here we go. Well, well, you shouldn't have. Well, hey, Paul should not have gotten that close. But no, don't you worry about Violet. You got to worry about AJ now. As we are live in Dallas, Texas. And Griffin, if you're still in the chat, let me know. But if not, that's all right. But if you are, great. To fight the Paul brothers sometime. Well, anyway, there you see Logan Paul, who is I must be I must be clear. He is the WWE United States champion. He is not the Blue Toad Wrestling United States champion. Big difference. But for AJ, it's not about the title. It's just about revenge. Hmm. I think Troy was, or I think, well, Troy, tell me, who was the raid target that you were gonna find? Enlighten me. Like who was your raid target, if I may ask? It might have been Nighttime Luigi, and I'm cool with that. But then there you see AJ, and there you see that stare in his face. It's a stare of just count the days, just count the hours, just count the minutes and the seconds I'm going to get my hands on you. Or, no, I get my paws on you because he is a lion. And maybe even bite his head off. Although, legitimately, he couldn't do that. But figuratively, he could. Metaphorically speaking, I'm just going with, not literally. If it was literal, I wouldn't do it. All right, here we go. And already AJ takes down Logan, who Logan is taller than AJ, but that's all he's got going for him. Pika too. Oh, well, okay. Now Pika is okay, but she's not my pick, I can tell you that. But I appreciate the fact that you tried, and I appreciate it, Troy. One, and I take nothing away from Pika herself, but it's all good. And then a Texas Stunner, or the Cyberspace Stunner. One, two. Oh yeah, I almost forgot one more thing. I forgot to turn on the HUD. So you guys could see who's ahead and who's not. And now AJ with that sledgehammer. Are you sure? I just hope your mom doesn't hear you say playing trash Rainbow Castle. Because I don't think your mom would appreciate that if she heard you say it out loud. I would know because my mom would be the same way. Now going for the Lion's Bite and a tap out by Logan Paul. And now AJ, I got to say, AJ is looking really good. Oh, but might have let his guard down a little bit. And now rakes his face on the ropes. Oh, she does. Oh, okay. So I didn't know that. And went for the splash but missed. Triforce. Oh yeah, Triforce is another raid target. That's fine. But I'll probably go with your original one, unless Nighttime Luigi ended off his show already. Dakota. I can understand if that's the case. Anyway, Logan Paul getting a little bit of a comeback on AJ. And then AJ's like, Logan, you crossed the line touching my niece. And then he slaps him across the head. Now goes for another Lion's Bite. He's got it clasped. And he gets him to tap out. I mean, that was not a very long match. So AJ finally got his match. So next up would have been Alicia, but then she had to leave. So, all right. So I'm not sure if Griffin is still in the chat, but if not, I'll do a few things to finish off his creation. In fact, I do have an idea, but I have to run it by whoever's next after Alicia, and that is Tenumi Alagin. So anyway, that was a 2.5-star match. And it was a good match. Welcome back, Joker. All right. Oh, I see. Something regarding the House of Ruin storyline. What? Anyway, or actually, I'll save it for another time. I don't want to take up too much time here. Well, I was gonna go to Tenu, but now Joker showed up. But yeah, Joker, you'd have gotten your match sooner if you stayed in the chat. But well, now that you're here, what's the match? What's the match, Joker? Not trying to be mean. I'm just trying to be practical here. But yes, Joker, you're next. Let Tenu go first. All right. Well, very well. I will do that. So, all right. Well, Tenu's up next, though. Oh no! Come on, Jose. Don't do this. You and Killshot Matt Storm. Okay. You never know, but then again, I don't recall him ever doing that. But then again, it's not what I think though. But anyway, what kind of match is this, Tenu? And then yes, after this will be Joker's match. So maybe this will give Joker some time to think for what match he has in planned. Falls count anywhere. All right. And you know what? We'll go to WrestleMania 30. Why not? Oh, all right. There we go. So we're going to the Blue Toad Wrestling Arena. Of course, Joker's going to go for Storm to win. All right. And now we are live in Glendale, Arizona. There you see Killshot, Matt Storm. The man is a former LTD world champion and a world champion in several other feds. Of course, Tenu wants to prove himself to be the best, and to beat the best, you got to be the best, you got to beat the best. And Killshot is one of the best. Even though his shirt says F around and find out. Oh, hang on. Well, uh, I got dinner, which I was not expecting, but okay. Hopefully I can eat it. Hold on. And then you have Tenumi Alagan. who himself is a Four Kings champion. After he, Dakota, Riley, and Sonic McCracken won them from the previous champions, the Diamond World Order. And as such, they are the Four Kings champions. Forgive me, I'm just eating dinner. Although I'm not sure why you retracted your messages. What's with the gasps? Well, I mean, it's not like you revealed anything that you didn't. That How do I put this? It's not like you revealed anything. Anyway, nice clothesline there by Tenu. Sorry if I'm busy eating, but it was like I was not expecting dinner, not at all. But it was like, well, if I don't eat it, then it's going to go to waste, and I don't want to do that. I just wished I was asked if I wanted to eat dinner, but no, I was not. But it is what it is. Almost got a pinfall on Tenu. Anyway, a chair shot right to Tenu. Sorry again if I'm not talking very much. It was just I was given dinner that I was not expecting, and, well, it'd be a pity to waste it. Anyway, 1, 2, no. Well, whatever Killshot was going to do, he didn't do it. Excuse me. And then a double A spine buster a la Arn Anderson. No, that's not what. No. And now using that kendo stick. And while he manages to break the stick. No, I have not played Just Dance. Well, anyway, Storm does get it done as he beats Tenu Miyalagan. Well, that's okay, Tenu. You can boo. But nonetheless, though, congratulations to Matt Storm. So, Joker, what match are you do you have planned? Let me know. Okay. So what let's see what Joker says. It's 2 out of 3 falls for your championship against AJ. Oh, okay. You know, I remember you did say something about that. Let's see. In what sort of 2 out of 3 falls match? Is it under Extreme Rules or is it under NWA rules? Because I do have a rule set for that. Joker. NWA. All right, you got it. You got it. All right, let me get that match. Oh, jeez. And you know what? It's only fitting that we have NWA rules and go to Starcade. Well, we have. Well, okay. Well, Alicia's not in. So we have Kelly, Andromeda, Sarah, Rose, Lissa, Carlos, Joshua, and then finally Chun Li and Mai. So unless the people that are ahead of you all of a sudden don't show up, then yes, you'll get your match. If not, it's just a small wait. I'm sorry, but I'm trying to be fair to the people that are ahead of you. But yes, unless the people don't show up that are ahead of you don't show up, then you'll get it. It's I'm just trying to be fair. That's all. All right, so we got AJ and Brooklyn Joker. I mean, Joker waited a while for this one, so it's not like he had to finesse anybody. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot the rules are part of it. The thing. Okay, cool. Okay, there it is. There's the World Heavyweight Championship. But I mean, once Chun-Li is up, then I will let you know. So I can at least do that for you. Is reach out to you when it's time for their match. When that time comes. Mm. So once again, I'm going to take a pause, but I'll be right back. Okay? BRB. Okay. I'm so sorry about that. Okay. I apologize for that. All right, let me get the HUD on. I apologize. I forgot to put that on, but I really needed to go to the bathroom, man. Like my stomach was growling, and it didn't help that I got uh dinner, which I mean, don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the dinner, but it wasn't fun when my stomach was already growling and I really needed to go after that. But anyway, so nobody has scored a fall yet. But anyway, I can finally I can finally move on peacefully here. I know, too much information, but I had to state it. Whoa, what a slide onto AJ though. Now, under NWA rules, as long as one of the falls is a pinfall or submission, even if the other fall is a disqualification or a countout, the title can change hands. However, if both falls are the result of a countout or a disqualification, one of each, if not two of each one, then the title will remain as is where it is on Joker. But yeah, I'm very sorry about the wait. As AJ goes for the cover after that shooting star press or a modified version of one, and Joker kicks out. Both guys giving everything they have here. For Joker, this is his third match, and then for AJ, it's his second. Oh, awesome there, Sonic. I hope it's fun. I hope you're having a lot of fun, my friend, and I mean that sincerely. But yes, I will let you know, Arkham, once Chun Li and Mai have their matches. Again, it's just to be fair to those who are ahead. I mean, it is what it is. And as that happens, wait a minute. What, did I miss something, or did AJ get two falls that quickly? Was that one fall? Welcome to the show, there, Jesse. But was that one fall? I missed it. Or did AJ score two consecutive falls and I didn't see that? Because I was looking at the chat. I wasn't looking at the screen really. Well, I guess if you're not going to talk, I'll have to do it. Hold on. So I'm looking at the replay right now. Okay, so he pins him. Okay, so that's one. All right, so he got one fall. And then he pins him again. Okay, so it was two falls. Like I looked away for one moment and he scored two falls. Okay, I just wanted to make certain that AJ did score two falls, and so it is official. AJ is the new WWE heavyweight, world heavyweight champion, and that was a 3.5-star match. But I wouldn't be surprised if AJ offers him a rematch at some point. But But I have to give credit to Joker where credit is due. He promised and he delivered, so I give him credit for that. So let's see. So next up would be Kelly. So I'll reach out to Kelly, and then I'll reach out to most of the other characters that belong to Atticus, but I will have to stop eventually, given that I do have given that I do want to get some rest um, before I have to like get ready for bed and hopefully get back to work. But let me see. Does Kelly have a bonus match or anything? Actually, as a matter of fact, she has a Queen of the Ring match, so I can give her that. In fact, I'll give her that. And it's between her and LD. We head back to Royal Retribution, and since LD and Crushing Kelly are tag team partners and they respect one another, it's going to be a normal match. All right, so we have LD and Crushing Kelly. Okay, everything else looks good. All right, cool. So you have the battle of the tag team champions. Well, in several other federations, but nonetheless, though, these are two best friends, and yet one of them has to move on, and the other will not. Oh, of course. Let me put you on the list there, Jesse. Now, there's no guarantee I'll get to you, but if we do, great. If not, at least I'll keep you for the next set. I spelled Jesse's name wrong. There we go. I got you, Jesse. Hopefully, we'll get a word from AJ as to how he feels winning the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Well, it is what it is, Troy. You just like to taunt me with that, don't you? Little Troy. Anyway, there you see LD, who as mentioned before is a tag team champion, a NXT and a Cyberspace Federation World Tag Team Champion, as is her tag team partner, who she will be facing off tonight. And then Jesse says hello to Troy. Uh, I called you Little Troy because again you kept. It's like you just have to keep goading at me, huh? That's what little kids do. You know, if you don't want to be called little, start acting like a big kid. Don't you know? You've heard the expression, if you want to be a big kid, be it. Don't act like it. Or actually, no, be it. You know, that's what it took for me to get respect. Is I stopped acting like a little child. Now, don't get me wrong. It's It's fine to have as much fun. There's nothing wrong with having fun, and there's nothing wrong with playing games, but there's always a time and a place for everything. You just have to know when and when not to do it. Very well. I do like that game though. So the battle of the tag team partners is up, and it's now. Also, let me take a moment to see if Andromeda has a match. If not, oh no, wait, she's in the second round. All right, so then I'll have to contact her dad. But I do have a bit of a time limit to where I have to stop and then move on, mainly so that I can get as much rest before going back to work on Tuesday. Oh, I just I feel bad because I missed one day of work, which I know for some people is like, well, what's one day of work? Well, it could be the difference between being able to make my deadline and then not having enough time to do that. But I had to take the day off because my my stomach just could not handle it. And not to mention I hadn't gotten very much sleep because of it. Like sure, I'm rested now, but it was just not fun to go through all that. I'm still feeling the after effects even now, but still. Anyway, now both women go for the slap game. Well, I got to give credit to AJ. Like, in spite of everything, he now adds another championship to his trophy case. But I have to think that at some point AJ will accept the challenge of Joker, or maybe even put a different championship on the line against him. And by him, I mean Joker. Nice hip toss there onto LD. Oh, nice belly to belly suplex. And now going for the brainbuster to the knee. I mean, I know there's a proper name for it. I just don't know it. Wait, what are you talking about, Carlos? Are you talking about this King of the Ring or this year's King of the Ring? Like, I don't get the point of reference there. 1, 2, no. Oh, and a moonsault that misses, and is LD gonna win off of that? 1, 2, nope, not quite. Never got past the first round. Like, are you talking about people that have never been in the tournament at all, didn't get past the first round, or are you talking about those who had didn't? Oh, nobody in the WWE that had been in the King of the Ring tournament never got past the first round. So you're talking about like how nobody that had ever been in a tournament made it past the first round. Okay, so then that makes sense then. Well, I mean, of course, you got to pay your dues. Well, or at least that's the conventional wisdom, and then those who had been in it, they paid their dues, and then it's up, and then after that, it's up to the promoter as to who they want to push or to give the big rub to. And of course, there's the Fin de Mundo, but it did not put away Kelly. Nice jump kick though to LD. Oh, nice thrust kick with those heels. Actually, both women are wearing heels. I mean, of course, if these two women would beat the snot out of each other, can you imagine what they would do to their enemies? But yeah, okay. So Carlos, you're right. I mean, yeah. Usually they give those who are new a little taste of it, and then, of course, those who had been in it, they get to go up a little further, and then after that, it's again up to what the bookers want to win the tournament. You went to a Harry Potter exhibit? Wait, one, two, and Kelly wins. So Crushing Kelly gets the win over LD, and for her efforts, Crushing Kelly moves on to the second round, and she gets to face off against the number one seed herself, Vera. So Crushing Kelly will be facing off against Vera in round two. Well, we still have time for. Well, I'm gonna stop at the 7:30 p.m. mark, Pacific time, which is 10:30 Eastern time or 9:30 Central. All right, so Andromeda is already in the second round, and she'll take on Jen Corso. But in the meantime, I'm gonna reach out to her dad right now. Time to reach out to her dad. Mm-hmm. All right, so I reached out to Atticus. In fact, several of his girls are up next, like Andromeda, Sarah, although that's a cis, and then there's. I could put you on the list, but there's no guarantee. Just like the same could be said for Jesse and Violet and Sky. But I'll put them on. So Brenda and Cheyenne. There you go. Well, the wild card hadn't even started yet, Carlos. All right, so I'm gonna give Atticus another minute, and if he comes in, great. If not, I'll have to move on. 30 seconds, and then I'll have to go through Sarah, Rose, and Lissa to see if they have any first round matchups, and if they do, great. If not, then I'll have to go to Carlos instead. Who figured Carlos was going to make it, but he might. But we'll find out if Atticus answers the bell. And he's got 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right. Let me go through Sarah and Rose and we'll see. Oh, and Lissa too. Let me see. Let me see. Rose, Sarah, and Lissa. I see Mai, Emily, Mitty. But none of them. Let me see. And I'm also making sure if Atticus didn't just come in. I don't know where. Okay. Well, Carlos, since you are here, I guess I can give you your I can even talk. I can give you your match after all. And it could either be your King of the Ring match or we can do just your bonus match and be done with it. Okay, so Carlos is here. That's good. And then depending on how quick it goes, we might do another one. If not, this might be the last one. So let's see. The King of the Ring match. Okay, I guess you want to get it over with. Which, if anything, I don't blame you. I would probably be the same way if I was that invested. Let's see, where is it? Where's Carlos? Carlos, where is he? Oh, here he is. And to advance, you have to fight Sonic McCracken. Yes, you have to fight the famous Sonic McCracken. However, Carlos, you do have the edge, and the edge is you get to pick the match rules. So you get to pick the match rules, my friend. And all the while, we'll go to Blue Toad Arena. So yes, you do have the edge in the sense that you get to pick the match rules. 2 out of 3. The NWA version or the no or the what is it? The Extreme Rules version, because there's two different versions of it. So there's Extreme Rules and then there's the NWA version of it. Because there's a big difference between those two. And I'll also let NWA rules. All right, you got it. You got it. Let me get that. It's right here. Well, instead of going to, all right, well, I guess we'll go to Starcade instead, since you can't do a NWA rules match and not go to NWA. Okay. And of course, Sonic is the lower of the two seeds, so he gets to go first. And I'll give him his pink attire, because he is cool like that. But we'll see if Carlos can step up his game. I'll even give him his red attire. How about that? I'll go with Mike Rome as the ring announcer. And while I do that, I'm going to reach out to, let me see, okay. I'm going to let Sonic know that he's up now. That is, unless Sonic's in the chat. Yeah, but it originated in the National Wrestling Alliance, and then of course Jim Crockett Promotions, which for all intents and purposes was the NWA, got bought out by WCW, and then WCW took over the Starcade name, and it remained until, well, it was bought out by the WWE. So you're not wrong. You're certainly not wrong with that. Okay. I'm just letting Sonic know, but alright, let's get to it right now. So this is your King of the Ring match, so we'll keep you as is, and so then depending on how long this match goes, if we have time, we'll continue. If not, this will be the last one. But this is a King of the Ring match between Sonic McCracken and Carlos Larry. So Carlos, how do you feel about going up against Sonic McCracken, given that you've never fought him before? In fact, I don't remember if you've ever fought him. And speaking of Sonic, there he is. There he is in his wedding outfit. Yes, his big. He's a big fan of Ninjala and its song Wedding," and that's why he has that pink tuxedo, and he has pink hair and a red bow tie. Sonic McCracken is a legend, but he's got to get through me. Yeah, that is true. He's got to get through you. The worst thing that Sonic could do is rest on his laurels and get beat. Oh, hey, what's up? Hey, what's up, Mr. Tomara? Tomara, if you want a match, I can put you on. In fact, I'll do it for free. I'll do it for you. I'll put I'll put Tomara on the list just for you. But I think given the time of the entrances and then by the time of the match, I probably think this will be the last match of the show. Just because I really do need to get some rest and get ready for work tomorrow, which sucks, but it is what it is. There we go. Oh, sorry, I misspelled your name. My bad. Yeah, I'm very sorry that we didn't get to nighttime, but that's all right. We'll look for somebody else. No worries. So yeah, I think this will be the last match of the show, if only just because by the time this gets done, we might not have enough time for another match, but that's all right. And I hope Carlos likes his red look. And by the way, there you are, Sonic McCracken, in your pink outfit. You had that pink tuxedo, but now you had to take it off because you're in action right now. If you ever decide to change your color scheme to like that of Wario, I can do that for you. But I gave you a second outfit because I knew that you liked the wedding thing. Yeah, ultimately it is up to me because at the end of the day, who's the one that has to make the decisions? I do. Now, of course, my moderators can now my more trusted moderators can make suggestions, of course, but at the end of the day, I have to make the decision, you know. And and while I can also take suggestions from non-moderators, I have to make the decision anyway. You really like the wedding thing? Aw, okay. And of course, Sonic using his rare power advantage. I mean, usually he doesn't have the power advantage, but he does in this case. And then, oh, a Phoenix Splash, but he missed the spin dash splash, and he missed. That's the one thing about his offense is that if it hits, it hits. But if it doesn't, it does as much damage to him as it would to his opponent. Yeah, exactly. Thank you, AJ, for telling him. You know, and I'm not trying to pick on Troy or anybody else, but it is a fact. Oh yeah, I almost forgot. I forgot to show off the HUD for this match only. There we go. Bruh, I'm in last. Wait, last where? And well, Sonic McCracken was too busy appealing to the crowd that Carlos knocked him off the perch. And now it's going for the calf crusher on Sonic McCracken. All right, cool. I appreciate that, Troy, and I mean that sincerely. Oh, a thrust kick right to Carlos. All right, cool. Now we move on. And a tornado forearm. I mean, of course, not that much different than the blue tornado. I mean, Sonic McCracken. Uh, I noticed that that Tails as well as Sonic the Hedgehog himself can drive the blue tornado, which I thought was pretty cool. That usually, Tails drives it, but that when somebody's playing as Tails, that Sonic drives it. I just thought it was kind of cool. I'm like, Sonic, I did not know that you could drive an airplane. I am just being silly though. One, no. Of course, Sonic has the advantage, but again, you can never count out the heart of Carlos Larry. Oh, nice back elbow onto Sonic. I wouldn't even be surprised if one of these days these two get to be a tag team. Oh, nice drop kick backflip. And now it's going to try to take out the man's leg. And then a spin dash kick. And he gets all of it on Carlos, but Carlos rolls out of the way. And now Sonic going to run. Wow! Nice spin dash over the top rope. And now Sonic with all the momentum. Now it has to finish off Carlos, but, well, he's not going to be able to do it outside the ring, though. He's got to get him in the ring. And then, oh, a gut wrench gut buster. Or a pump handle gut buster, excuse me. A suplex into a neck breaker. Now the count is up to 4. Now, since there are no championships on the line, it does not matter how one gets 2 falls. You just have to get 2 falls. That's it. All right. However, Sonic wants to win in the ring, which is the most Sonic thing to do. However, Carlos, nope, gets elbowed for his trouble. Backbreaker, flatliner combination. One of these days I should probably get Troy in this. But how? Well, that is if Troy wants to. I don't want to force him. Although, wait a minute. Carlos gonna go for it. The Carlos Clash. The Carlos Clash. All right. 1, 2. No. Kicked out by Sonic. Goes off the ropes. And then a jumping knee. And then a moonsault. Then goes for the pin. 1, 2. No. And now Sonic McCracken rolls out of the ring. Let's see. Is Carlos going to fly? He does, and he hits it too. I got to say, this is definitely a match worthy of the main event. Oh, okay. Well, you know what? Since you just got here, you know what? I can make a match with Andromeda, and that'll be the last match. How about that? And then I'll save the rest for your family when we get back. Another Carlos Clash. Yeah, I have Emma. I have Emma, albeit the long-haired Emma. But Emma, I do have. 1, 2. Okay, so Carlos gets the first fall. He just needs one more to win. But for Sonic, he needs 2 falls to win. Oh wait, you want to fight Emma? Oh, okay. I wasn't sure where you were going. I thought you were going to team up with her, but okay. Then a back suplex onto Sonic McCracken. But Sonic's showing us he's not done. Then a half Nelson suplex. And now Sonic going up to the top. A spin dash senton. And that might do it. This might tie it. 1, 2. No! How did Carlos kick out of that? And then another spin dash kick. All right, so you and Emma in an Extreme Falls Count Anywhere rules. 2 out of 3. All right, well, you got it. But yeah, that'll be the last match of the show for the time being, only because, well, and now Carlos has been busted open. Uh-oh. Wait a minute. A super Spanish fly. I mean, that's the name of the move, by the way. That I didn't come up with that. And then a moonsault from off the top rope off a slingshot. 1, 2. All right, now Sonic ties it up. Now whoever gets the next fall will win. Oh, and a kick right to the back. And, ooh, powerbomb right to Carlos. Now he gets to go up to the top again. Oh, that's awesome. Oh, wait a minute. Carlos catches him and slams him. Next show, yeah, I can give you one for next show. And as that happens, Carlos makes Sonic McCracken tap out to I forgot what it was called, the Calf Crusher, that's what it was called. And Carlos got the biggest win of his career in defeating a legend known as Sonic McCracken. Okay. While that was happening, though, I don't know how you did it, but you did it. But as it is, you move on to the second round. You move on to the second round, my friend. And for your efforts, you get to face off against Super Dakota. Yes, you get to face off against Sonic McCracken's own tag team partner in Super Dakota. But that'll have to wait for another time. But as it is, let's go to Andromeda. And this is her match. And this will be the final match of the night. Final match of the night. And you know what? Let's go to Fight for Survival. How about that? So yes, I have this version of Emma. Long-haired Emma. And then I have this version of Andromeda, but I imagine you would want to rep this version since you want to fight her. Oh, hey, what's up, Griffin? You know what? I could finish your character off camera and then feature him in the next show. And by your character, I mean Griffin Gamer's character. Okay, let's fix the rules up first. Okay, so there's that. False count anywhere. And then let me get a shovel, a barbed wire bat, and a guitar. And I'll put Alicia Taylor in there. So, of course, Andromeda's going in her original garb. But, of course, Emma is not going to take anything a lying down. So, I guess the best thing I can... So basically, for Griffin, who may be watching this, you might be saying like, "What's with all the commotion in the chat?" Well, that's actually part of the show. Now, obviously, if it wasn't part of the show, I would then say, "Okay, guys, let's get this under control." But no, it is actually part of the show. So I want to at least let Griffin and whoever else is in the chat know that this is part of the show until I say that it isn't. So I just want to put that out there. But yeah, but yeah, what part of Canada should this version of Bowser come from? Like British Columbia or some other part of Canada, like other Provence or anything like that? Or make it ambiguous as to not let anybody know where Griffin Bowser comes from. As we are live in Memphis, Tennessee. It's just too bad that we're not in the old Mid-South Coliseum like we used to back with, Jerry the King Lawler, Bill Dundee, the superstar Bill Dundee, uh, Hot Stuff, Eddie Gilbert. Even though it is still up, it hasn't really been in operation since I think 1997. I think. At least you didn't. At least you didn't do the phenomenal forearm. I wonder if you're gonna crack his neck. No, no. Anyway, there you see Emma. as she flies from the heavens down, and there she is. And don't let the packaging fool you. I mean, she is very flamboyant, but once she gets going, she you know, well, little girl. Hey, Logan, don't forget who you work for. You work for me. And in fact, you know what, Violet? I actually know somebody who I can put against Logan. I actually know somebody. But for you, Violet, I want you to have the rest of the night off, my friend. But no, I found somebody who I can put Logan up against. He called you a little girl. Logan, I wouldn't tempt it. I mean, she might turn into a monster and bite your head off. Figuratively speaking. But anyway, there you see Emma. And finally, we have Andromeda. I have to admit, out of character. Um, Emma's entrance is a bit too long, if I'm being honest with you. But then you have Andromeda Black, who is the IWGP Strong Champion, which is their women's champion, by the way, the New Japan's women's champion, and the Four Queens champion. I'll deal with this tard. You go tend to our little ones. But now we get to our 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 for all intents and purposes our main event for the night. Our final match. Here we go. And I almost forgot one more thing. I got to turn on the HUD. All right, here we go. Ooh, clothesline right to Andromeda. And a fisherman suplex. And then Emma getting thrown over the top rope. Now this is falls count anywhere, so these women can fight outside all they want. Uh-oh. Now we got a guitar, but nope, beaten to the punch was Andromeda. Oh, slam close to that guitar though. And then Emma, oh my gosh, smashes the guitar over Andromeda. That'll get you to sing the blues really quick. All right. Oh, wow, what a slam there to Emma. But then Emma not going to give up like that. Then a flatliner and a pin. One, two. Ooh, almost got her, but got a 2 count. But now Emma, what's she gonna do? Well, now has herself a barbed wire bat. Into a German suplex. And then, ooh, got the knees up. But I mean, these two, like, Andromeda issued the challenge and Emma agreed to it. And now Emma has a chair. And she hits Andromeda with it. Is that enough to get the first fall, though? 1, 2, no. Ooh, and sent right into the table. And now going for uh I forgot what she calls it. The dragon's bite? Yeah, the dragon's bite. But Andromeda, however, goes off with a spin kick to the face. And then hits her in the leg. And again. But then Emma gets right back up and slams her into the table again. And then an overhead German suplex. And then an hurricane, which is that spinning back fist. 1, 2. All right, well, that was enough to get the first fall for Andromeda. She just needs 1 fall to win, whereas Emma needs 2 falls to win. But now goes over to grab that chair. Oh, but then Emma stopped it. And then Emma. Oh, gosh. And that was enough to get the first fall for Emma. All right, now it comes down to 1 more fall apiece. And Emma gets sent right into the steps. Now going for the dragon's bite, and that's enough to get Emma to tap out. So Andromeda wins the challenge match. And essentially wins the main event of the match. A 3.5-star match. Okay, well, that's going to do it for our show, as much as I like to keep going. But I'm just thankful that I was even able to make up for this, make up for the fact that I didn't have bonus matches because of how sick I was. And, of course, I am still somewhat recovering from it. But before I go, let's see who is available to be rated. And let me see, who can I find here? If anyone is still available. If not, that's all right. Ah, gosh. So it looks like the one person I trust is my good friend Lens of Truth. So let me get his link and then we'll go from there. Okay, let me do that. Yeah, it'll have to be booked for the next show. In fact, several people will be booked for the next show, like not just the Asian Alliance, but also your other girls and some of your other dudes too. So it's all good. But this is my good friend Lens. So yeah, this is my good friend Lens. And you guys can use the hashtag TJRaid. So once I end off the stream, then you go to that link and hit the TJ Raid. Don't go too early, because if I see you go too early, I'll know who to get. Good to meet you, Lens. Well, Lens is not in the chat. He's gonna you just go to the link and then you use the TJ Raid. Until then, this is the Blue Toad to Jew 22. I'll see you over there in a moment. But for everybody else, I'll see you next weekend. Peace.